ओम शांति। यह बाबा की सेवा के लिए नया चैनल चालू किया है। इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti, Morning Murli, 13th March. Avyakt Mahavakya of Avyakt Bap Dada, Madhuban, Revised Course, 20 January 1990. Murli, 5 Special Steps of Father Brahma. 5 Special Steps of Father Brahma. Today, the Father, who is loved by the whole world, is seeing his specially deeply loving and close children. Baba is seeing specially deeply loving and close children. Baba is saying all are loving, but those who are extremely loving and close are those who follow the Father at every step. Who follow the Father at every step. The incorporeal Father kept Brahma Baba, the corporeal instrument, in front of the corporeal children for them to be able to follow him in a practical way. He was the first soul in the drama who experienced 84 births from the beginning to the end. He became the medium in the corporeal form. He became the medium in the corporeal form and became an example in front of the children to make it easy for them to follow. Because when one sees a powerful example, it is easy to follow. Therefore, Baba kept Brahma Baba as a symbol of love for the loving children, and he gave every child the elevated Shrimat to follow the Father at every step. Do all of you consider yourself to be the close souls who follow the Father? Baba is asking, do all of you consider yourself to be the close souls who follow the Father? Do you find it easy or difficult to follow him? What were the special steps of Father Brahma that you saw? First step, a total renunciate. A total renunciate. Not only renunciation of the body and lockic relation, but the greatest renunciation. The first renunciation was that of surrendering his mind and intellect. This means that in every action, at every moment, there was only the awareness of the Father and the Shrimat in his mind and intellect. He constantly considered himself to be an instrument and was detached and loving in every action. In bodily relationships, he renounced the consciousness of I. He renounced the consciousness of I. When the mind and body are surrendered to the Father, bodily relationships are automatically renounced. When the mind and body are surrendered to the Father, bodily relationships are automatically renounced. The first step was that of being a total renunciate. Second step, always obedient. Always obedient at all times and in everything, whether in self progress or in giving sustenance to the yajna, he remained an instrument. Only Brahma is the special soul who has that unique part fixed in the drama. The same soul is the mother and also the father. While being an instrument for giving sustenance to the yajna, he always remained obedient. Although the task of establishment was a hug one, but he did not disobey any of the instructions. You easily saw his form of saying, "Yes, my Lord, I am present. Yes, my Lord, I am present in a practical way at all times." The third step, faithful in every thought. A wife who is faithful to her husband cannot remember anyone except her husband, even in her dreams. In the same way, you saw the practical form of his being faithful at all times with his consciousness of no one but the one Father. No one but the one Father, while being an instrument for the responsibility of the new unlimited establishment by having the power of faithfulness in practice. By having the power of faithfulness in practice, by having one faith and one sport. He easily overcame all adverse situations and inspired others too. The fourth step, a word server. The specialty in service was that on the one hand he was a very humble word servant, and on the other hand had the authority of knowledge. To the extent that he was humble, he was accordingly a carefree emperor. The fearlessness of truth is the specialty of service. No matter how much his relatives, politicians, and religious leaders opposed him because of this new knowledge, they were not able to shake him even slightly from his position of truth and fearlessness. This is known as a balance of being humble and having authority. All of you are seeing the result of that. Those who insulted him are now bowing down to him in their minds. Those who insulted him are now bowing down to him in their minds. The special basis of success in doing service is to be humble, to be an instrument, and to be unlimited. He became an embodiment of success with this method. What is the reason of success? To be humble, to be an instrument, and to be unlimited. The fifth step, free from any bondage of karma. Free from any relationships of karma, that is, free from any bondage of the body. An angel, karmatit. In 1 second, he conquered all attachment and became an embodiment of the remembrance of one, close and equal. He conquered all attachment and became an embodiment of the remembrance of one, close and equal. So today Baba has told you briefly of the 5 steps. There is a lot of detail, but in essence, those who place their steps in these 5 steps are known as the ones who follow the Father. Now ask yourself, in how many steps have you followed him? In how many steps have you followed him? Have you just surrendered? Or have you surrendered totally? To have surrendered totally means you are equal to the Father in your thoughts, nature and sanskar. If even now, while moving along, you think or say, my nature is like this, my nature is like that, or if thoughts emerge or you say things against your conscious wish, that is not known as being a total renunciate. Although you call yourselves completely surrendered, there is still the consciousness of mine and yours. when it comes to surrendering every trace. The Father's natures means the nature of the self, that is the nature of the soul. So let your sanskar always be like those of the Father. Let your sanskar always be like those of the Father, that is, of love, of mercy, and of having a generous heart. This is called a big heart. To have a small heart means to have the limited consciousness of mind, whether for oneself, for the service place, or for the service companion. Whereas to have a big heart means that everyone experiences you as belonging to them. Whereas a big heart means that everyone experiences you as belonging to them. When someone has a big heart, he experiences an abundance of success in every task. He experiences an abundance of success in every task, whether in body, mind, wealth, or relations. Abundance means that there is greater benefit, whereas someone with a small heart has to make more effort and has less success. So, you also were told previously that those who have small hearts never have plenty in their treasure stores or kitchen. Those who have small hearts never have plenty in their treasure stores or kitchen. Their service companions will give many reassurance. You do this and we will do this, but then when it comes to it, they start relating their circumstances. This is known as pleasing the Lord with a big heart. So the Lord is always pleased with those who understand the significance of everything. Lord is always pleased with those who understand the significance of everything. So all of you teachers have big hearts? Do you not? You are the instrument for the unlimited greatest of all tasks. You are the instruments for the unlimited greatest of all tasks. You don't say that you are the one who bring benefit to only a certain area or to only a certain country. Do you? No, you are the word benefit factor, are you not? So a big heart is needed for such a big task. Is it not? Big means unlimited. Or will you teachers say that you have been given limits? Why are these limits created? Why are these limits created? Because of small hearts. No matter how big an area you are given, always have unlimited feelings. Don't have any limits in your heart. Don't let the limits of a place influence your heart. Don't let the limits of a place influence your heart. If there is an influence of limits on your heart, the unlimited Father cannot stay within a limited heart. Father cannot stay within a limited heart. Baba is big, and so big hearts are needed. While staying in Madhuban, did Father Brahma ever have the thought that Madhuban was mine and the rest, that is Punjab, UP, Karnataka, Tamil, etc., were all the children's? Father Brahma thought that? No. All of you have love for Father Brahma. Do you not? To have love means to follow. To have love means to follow. Are all of you teacher the one who follow the Father? Or are you the ones who say this is my center, my student, or my income? Would the students also think this one is my teacher? To follow the Father means to merge mine in yours. To merge anything limited into unlimited. So there is now a need to place your footstep in these steps. There is now a need to place your footstep in these steps. Let everyone's thoughts, words, and way of doing service be experienced to be unlimited. So you ask what you now have to do this year? Do you not? You ask what you now have to do this year? Do you not? For self transformation, finish everything that is limited, including any traces of it. Let whoever you see and whoever sees you experience your intoxication of being an unlimited emperor. Those with limited hearts cannot be unlimited emperors. Don't think that the more centers you open or the more service you do, the greater the king you will become. The price of heaven is not based on that. The price of heaven is not based on that. There has to be service done. There have to be centers, but there must to be no trace of any limit. Such souls claim the throne of the kingdom of the word number wise. Therefore, don't just please your heart now for a short moment of time. Someone who is pregnant equal to the Father and close now will also be close to the Father Brahma for 21 birth. So do you want such a prize or do you want the prize of this time? I have many students, many centers. So don't get caught up in this many. Don't get caught up in this many. Now adopt a very generous heart. Did you hear what you have to do this year? This year, let no one's limited sanskar emerge even in dreams. This year, let no one's limited sanskars emerge even in dreams. Do you have this much courage? Don't follow one another. Only follow the Father. Only follow the Father. Secondly, Bap Dada specially drew your attention to speech. This year, pay special double attention to your words. This direction for words has been sent to everyone. So you will receive a prize for this. You will receive a prize for this. Just keep your own chart with honesty and cleanliness. You are the children of the true Father. Are you not? So Bap Dada is giving this direction to everyone. When you see that service is making your stage fluctuate, there cannot be success in that service. By all means, do less service, but don't allow your stage to come down. How can any service that makes your stage come down be called service? How can any service that makes your stage come down be called service? Therefore, Bap Dada is telling everyone once again that along with one's own stage and doing service, that is together with the service of others. Let there constantly be self-service. If you stop self-service and only do the service of others, there will not be success. Have courage to do self-service and also for serving others. Have courage to do self-service and also for serving others. The Almighty Authority Father is your helper. Therefore, keep a balance of the two with courage and move forward. Don't become weak. You are victorious souls who have been instruments many times. Baba is saying you are victorious souls who have been instruments many times. It is not difficult for such victorious souls and does not require labor. You will then experience the attention and the practice to be easy. You will then experience the attention and the practice to be easy and automatic. So don't have any tension in paying attention. Some change attention into tension. The original sanskars of Brahman souls are of attention and practice. The original sanskar of Brahman souls are of attention and practice. Acha. That leaves the matter of doing service for world benefit. Therefore, this year, let every center invite those who have heard the message to come into connection. Let each center hold Sanhe Milans, means small gatherings of love, according to its capacity. It does not matter whether you have separate ones for individual profession or whether you mix them, but pay special attention to those souls. Meet them personally. If you simply send them things by post, the result is less. So make groups of your own students that come and invite a small number of people from that group personally. To come close and make them responsible. So all the students will then become busy. And there will also be a selection of service. You speak of this saying that you don't follow it through. You have to relate new things to such souls too. Up to now, you have been collecting visions for a better world, and so now draw their attention to themselves. Arrange special topics such as self-progress and the basis of self-progress. Now arrange these new topics. Organize this spiritual budget for the self-progress. When you organize a budget, you always create a saving scheme. So what is the account of spiritual saving? Instead of time, words, thoughts, and energy being wasted, they have to be used in the best way. So now draw everyone's attention to themselves. Some children had also arranged a topic for self-transformation, but this year every center has the freedom to do, whether it can be self-progress or maybe other. So first of all, plan a budget for saving the oneself. Then for service, give this experience to others. If you are able to arrange large programs, then do so. If you are unable to do that, then you may hold small programs. However, special attention has to be paid to balancing self-service with serving others and doing word service. It should not be that you get so busy doing service that you don't have time for self-progress. This is a year of freedom in doing service. Do as much as you want. By keeping both plans in your awareness, you can make a further addition. The plans can be studded with jewels. The father always keeps the children in the front. Acha. To all the elevated souls everywhere who follow the Father, to the souls who have a right to receive blessing from the Father by constantly keeping a balance of double service, to those who are constantly unlimited emperors, to such Raj Yogis, Easy Yogi, Natural Yogi, and to the extremely loving and cooperative children who always maintain the faith and intoxication of having been victorious many times. Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And we spiritual children say namaste, good morning to our sweetest spiritual father, Bap Dada. Now personal meeting with Avyakt Bap Dada. Do you experience yourself to be the worthy of worship souls every cycle? You have been worthy of worship many times and are once again becoming worthy of worship. So why do you become worthy of worship? Why do you become worthy of worship? Because those who stay in their self-respect automatically receive respect from others. And do you know your self-respect? Do you know your self-respect? How high is your self-respect? No matter how high, the self-respect of other people is, that is nothing compared to you. Because their self-respect is limited, whereas your self-respect is soul conscious self-respect. You souls are imperishable, and so your self-respect is also imperishable. Their respect is of body. Bodies are perishable, and so their self-respect is also perishable. Sometimes someone would become a president or a prime minister, but when that body is shed, the self-respect is also gone. Self-respect is also gone. Would they remain a president then? However, what is your self-respect? Baba is saying you are an elevated soul. You are an elevated soul, a worthy of worship soul. You have the awareness of being a soul, and this is why you have imperishable self-respect. You cannot be attracted to the perishable self-respect. Those with imperishable self-respect become worthy of worship souls. You can see your worship even now. You can see your worship even now. When you see your worthy of worship form, you remember that is your form. Do you not? Even though your devotees would have been given you different forms according to their own devotional feelings, it is still of you worthy of worship souls. To the extent that you have self-respect, so you have just as much humility. You must have, so you have just as much humility. You don't have any arrogance in your self-respect. It is not that you have become the highest and that others are junior to you, or that you have feeling of dislike for them. Let it not be like that. No matter what souls are like, you will look at them with a vision of compassion, not with the vision of arrogance. Neither arrogance nor insult. This is not the way of a Brahman life. So your vision has changed, has it not? Your life has now changed, and so your vision has automatically changed, has it not? Even your word has changed. What is your word now? What is your word now? Your word is the Father, and the family is included with the Father. Now, when you look at anyone, you will look at them with soul conscious vision and with an elevated vision. Your vision cannot now go towards bodies, because the Father is always merged in your vision and in your eyes. How great! Because the Father is always merged in your vision and in your eyes. How can those who have the Father merged in their eyes have arrogance of their bodies? Is the Father merged, or he is becoming merged? Is the Father merged, or is he becoming merged? If the Father is merged, no one else can merge in your eyes. If the Father is merged, no one else can merge in your eyes. In any case, the wonder of the eyes of the point. Who is it that is seeing everything? Who is it that is seeing everything? Even in terms of the body, it is the point, is it not? The teeny point performs wonder. So in terms of the body, the teeny point perform wonders, and even in terms of the soul, The farther the point is merged, and so no one else can merge in your eyes. Do you think it is like this? Since you have become worthy of worship souls, the eyes of such souls are always pure. The eyes of such souls are always pure who have become worthy of worship. They don't show eyes full of arrogance or insult. The eyes of any of the gods or goddess would be shown as pure and spiritual. So whose eyes are these? Whose eyes are these? Whenever you have any thought about anyone, remember who you are. Even my non-living images have spiritual eyes. Even my non-living images have spiritual eyes. Therefore, I should have them in the living form. Even today, people sing your praise, full of all virtues, completely viceless. So, who are you? Who are you? You are completely viceless, are you not? Let there not be the slightest trace of any vice. Constantly have the awareness that your devotees are remembering you in that form. Constantly have the awareness that your devotees are remembering you in that form. So check, is there any difference between the non-living images and the living image? Check yourself. The image was created from the divine activity. The image was created from the divine activity. The practical divine activity was shown at the confluence age. For that is why the image has been created. The practical divine activity was shown at the confluence age. For that is why the image has been created. Acha. Today's blessing. Feel Baba's hand on your head. Take blessing. May you become full of all powers and finish all obstacles in the world as a destroyer of obstacles. May you become full of all powers and finish all obstacles in the world as a destroyer of obstacles. Only those who are full of all powers can become destroyers of obstacles. No obstacle can come to those who are destroyers of obstacles. However, if you lack any particular power, you cannot become a destroyer of obstacles. So check, is my stock of all powers full? Check, is my stock of all powers full? Maintain this awareness and intoxication. Maintain this awareness and intoxication. All the powers are my inheritance. I am a master almighty authority. No obstacle will then remain. I am a master almighty authority. No obstacle will then remain. Slogan, only those who are constantly creating pure thoughts can remain double light. Only those who are constantly creating pure thoughts can remain double light. Om Shanti. Thank you, Bap Dada.